Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I apologize real quick for this being crooked. The tripod I have I'm getting a new one. But I'm going to be showing you my creative process when collaging today. I got a request for it, and this is some content that I wanted to start making. I love making collages. If you haven't seen, go check out my art journal flip through video along with me while I collage and see how I do it and how I put everything together. So I usually just open up to whatever page after the most recent thing I've done is like completely blank. And then I just start going through my National Geographics. That's what I prefer to use mostly to collage. I have like 40 or so National Geographics, and so I just kind of go through those and see what speaks to me, see what calls out to me, what I want to use. A lot of the National Geographics I have flipped through like 100 times, so I basically already know what they're in. But yeah, I just flip through these until I find things that speak out to me. I really like to start at the back of books or magazines that I use and make my way forward. But yeah, so I saw this bunny and it really spoke to me. I thought it was being loud. I thought it was a cute little funny, just very attention grabbing. And I love to use animals in that way and in my art. So I did go ahead and cut out this little bunny. And then I'm also using this flower perennial book that I got recently to find something to put in the background. So again, just flipping through, seeing what colors call out to me. I try to relate colors to either what I'm feeling or to what I've already chosen as like the centerpiece of my collage, which in this case was the bunny. And I ended up choosing some reds and yellows because I feel like we're going into fall. I feel like red and yellow, they're very bold colors, and that's just what I was feeling today. So after I cut out the initial page, I'm just going in and cutting at different angles, trying to see what holds up. I wanted it to be kind of like they were split in half. And so I'm just cutting out the bunny now, cutting it out to be more defined and to be more focused. I loved how the whiskers were coming off the bunny's face, and it was just kind of like emphasis marks or something, or a sign of like yelling or whatever. So I really liked that. And yeah, I just continue cutting, and this is the tedious process of collaging, is just cutting out everything and getting it right. I did get an X-Acto knife recently, but sometimes you just got to go in with the scissors. And here I am just kind of playing with the setup, playing with how I want things to look, kind of making sure that that's how I want it to be. Again, going back and cutting, making the angles sharper, just playing around with the way things are going to look and the way things shape up with one another. I tried to be symmetrical or to have a line kind of line up with another thing. So again, just playing around with it. It usually takes me a couple hours to do a collage because I just go back and mess with it. I see what looks right. So once I have it figured out how I want it to look on the page, I take things off in layers according to my mind. So the bottom layer of this would be the flowers. So I separated those away from the bunny. Usually I do a lot more layering. So there's like layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. But in this case, it was just these two. So then I go in and I start gluing. I just use regular Elmer's school glue, like literally the purple, the invisible kind. And I just kind of glue that for a while. So after I have glued everything down, I'm going to go in and cut some stars out of this little graph paper notepad I have. I really love using different textures, different kinds of paper to create different things. I've really been liking cutting out stars, and they don't all look the same. They all have their wonky little quirks and their own vibe to them, but that's what I really like. Your own art and your own expression is not about perfection. It's about who you are, and I think my personality and things show through with, you know, not cutting it out perfectly or not doing it exact on like a straight line or whatever. So I really like when the stars turn out a little quirky, a little wonky, and they each have their own vibe to them. I think it just adds to the art overall. And again, we're gonna go in with some good old Elmer's glue, just the school kind. You do not need fancy materials to make good art. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and glue all of these down. I do have to kind of tweak things as I go along. This star here, I thought kind of looked a little weird. One of the points was too long, so I edited it, I cut it more until I think that it looks pleasing to the eye, I would say. And then after I continue to glue everything down, everything set, I love to write over top of my collages with a white ink pen. I think it just stands out. I think it looks so good. And I usually sit and ponder for a few minutes of what I want to write down. Sometimes I use quotes from poets or things that I've really connected with, song lyrics, quotes from TV shows, things like that. And other times I just kind of make something up, or I use a very simple phrase. And today I wanted to go with, I don't know, my thought process was we're in a garden, there's a bunny here, and so I wanted to use the term I deserve to take up space, because we all deserve to have a notch carved out for us. We all deserve to have that space for us, and we deserve to put ourselves out there and not belittle ourselves. And I think, you know, when you see a bunny, you usually try to just scurry it out of the garden, but no, that bunny deserves to be there. And that was my kind of inspiration. And then after I write on top, I've been adding stars lately. I feel like stars are my signature, little stickers, or as the notebook cut ones are. Yeah, I feel like stars are like my MO, my signature for collaging right now. I always end it with a star, whether it's these little star stickers or it's big gold star stickers. I just love mixing textures and colors and things like that. I used red stars to match with the red in the flowers, and I just think it turned out so cute and just so, I don't know, it's just a cute little art piece. Thank you guys for coming along with me and seeing how I create my pieces. Thank you so much. Bye.